Welcome back to the channel. This is video number 2 in the Bite Size Basics series. What kind of bank account should I get? When we're talking about banks, we're really talking about two broad categories. One, an online bank, a bank that doesn't really have a physical presence, a bank that only exists on the internet where you can maybe send and receive funds and access all the information that you need, but there's no real physical location in your town or nearby where you could go and talk to somebody. And then two, brick and mortar banks, or banks that have a physical network. Now, both of these kinds of institutions are going to have at least some sort of online presence, but some banks may offer advantages that others don't. So when we think through the process of choosing a bank, we really want to think through, do I want just an online only bank, or do I think that in the future I might need services that physical location banks may provide? When we think about advantages for online banks, we're thinking about primarily the ease with which you can access them and set them up initially. You don't physically have to travel to a location in order to do that. A lot of them will offer competitive things like higher interest rates or incentives or different tools that maybe other banks don't offer in order to try to attract people to their banking institution. So when we're thinking about banks and choosing an online bank, we really want to make sure that an online bank is going to offer you what you need for your future, or maybe they offer a benefit that you can't get at a physical bank location, like a competitive interest rate or things like that. Next, let's talk about physical banks, or banks that have a physical network of locations and branches where you can go, you can cash checks, you can get other services that are a little more difficult to get with an online bank, like cashier's checks, money orders. Things like that are offered more often at a physical bank location and are immediately available if you walk in during business hours. The other thing that may be advantageous for a physical bank is they may have a larger physical presence of ATMs and ways to access your money without paying a fee. Online banks will often have some sort of an arrangement that they've made with existing ATM networks or existing physical bank locations, but most often there's going to be some sort of fee involved with accessing your money through a physical location for an online bank. What we really need to consider is, does this bank provide the things that I will need? Do I have the ability to access my transaction history in an easily downloadable format? Lots of banks are going to offer transaction history and you can look at it and you can view it. You might even be able to download it in some form or another. But what we're looking for is that you're able to download that transaction history into a format that makes sense for you, whether it's Excel or if you use QuickBooks or some other type of software at home or for your business. We're really interested in getting a bank that allows us to get that transaction history. Do they have some sort of online budgeting tool that I can use? There may be an online bank that offers a really robust method of analyzing your transactions, coming up with a budget. Those types of things are really invaluable if you're trying to get started in managing your finances and you really need some help trying to group transactions and understand where your money's going each month. The last thing I would suggest is that they offer some sort of automated or online bill payment system. This is really going to help you if you have a lot of funds going out through car payments or credit card payments or other things like that, utility bills. When you can set something up like that and have a check sent if it needs to be a physical check, or if it's electronic payment that needs to go out, and it needs to go out so that you can avoid those late fees and payments and penalties, then this is really going to be a great tool for you. Thanks for watching and check out the next video.